So I don't see the need, kind of like you said too, I don't see the need for churches anymore. If they're going to keep doing it the way they're doing it, if they were to try to shift it and keep them smaller, keep them intimate, make them the way church was, the way it was intended, then I think that's fabulous, because I still think having the physical thing is huge. Like if all of us were in a room right now together, it'd be very different and it'd be wildly productive. It'd be so much better, but it's not possible. So this is what we get.
Yeah.
If they went that route, it would work.
I was going to say, I agree, because you know what? Mikhail just put it up there. He said intimacy. I would rather sit in a room in my house with 10, 15 people. And if they ask me a question, I have no problem saying, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but I'll find it out and find the truth. Because I think that people, even the ones who are just, they go because it's a check off list on their, this is how I'm going to get to heaven kind of thing. But I think that those people who still go or still show up, do it for whatever reasons that they do it, I find that they zone out.
Yeah.
And when we have something like this, it's more intimate and we're more engaged, and it challenges us to dig deeper and harder for the truth. And you get a bunch of people like this fabulous Discord together where we can all come together with our different opinions and we deal like adults. And like I said, if we don't know the answer, we can find out the answer. Like you said, at the tips of our fingers, we literally have the world. We can find any answer. We go with it. Even if it's wrong, I would rather come back and say, you know what? I was wrong. That's not the right answer. Here is the right answer. And then go on. Because it's easier to do church when you're in a smaller group and you have those people engaging who don't mind doing the hard work, doing the research, finding the real answers, instead of this sugar-coated, dress it pretty for the public, fake church gospel nonsense that they're putting out. And it's like, why am I driving to this? Well, I can do this at home, because there's nothing that you're telling me except sugar-coated nonsense. You know, I just as soon sit at home and watch it or not go at all. I'd rather do Discord because I can find out more truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And even if the truth is, I don't know. But these are possibilities, instead of what the church feeds you, which is, this is the only truth. This is the hard truth. This is the truth from God. And if you believe anything else, you are heretical. That's right. Which is just bullshit. The truth is, so many of these things, if you're being honest, we have no freaking clue. We have no clue. Right. But you can get a pretty good idea, and then you need to be cool with the people who don't agree with you, because you will never know. You'll never know. And that's the thing that I appreciate about everyone here the most, is because I don't at least see it, and nobody reports it to me, but I don't really see anybody arguing theology like in a heated way. Like, you're right, I'm wrong. It's more like, here, I want you to see my view. I want you to see why I believe what I believe. But then if the person never makes it to their side, I very rarely see anybody get upset. It's just like, agree to disagree. I see what you're saying. I totally get where you're coming from. I just don't see it that way. And everybody's like, cool. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yes, exactly. I mean, not everybody eats at the same restaurant. Not everybody buys their clothes at the same store. It's great because I think it pushes us all more, even when those of us who have like no idea, but we get to see everybody's points of view through Discord. Then that's what the challenge is. We take everybody's stuff in, and we are then, you know, intelligent enough to make our own decision, whether we're wrong or we're right. Because the truth is back when, you know, Moses and them were around, they didn't have a Bible. They didn't have the internet. They didn't know. They were told this, they were told that, and they just followed along. And look at them. They got lost in the wilderness for 40 years because they wanted to do their own thing.
Yep.
And it's just like, okay, well, we learned our lessons. Let's not do that. But at the same time, I think you're right. The rest of us, we can all sit here, give our opinions, say what we have to say. There's some stuff that we all disagree on, and that's okay. Yes. That's what makes us all human, is we all disagree. Even amongst the apostles, they disagree.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, if they disagree.
That's so funny. That's the funniest thing that people like that. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one of just the most entertaining things, is like the Bible. I guess I started with that, is the Bible started with everybody not agreeing on anything and trying to figure out how to make it work regardless. And they did. and they did. But it was a matter of cutting the non-essentials, which is what Christians tend to argue and complain about the most, cutting those things and focusing on what's important. And the non-essentials still talk about them because it's fun and it's interesting and we want to know and we're seeking these things. But you don't argue about non-essentials because they're called non-essentials because they're non-essential. And then the essentials, yes, everybody kind of needs to be on the same page about that. And at that point, if the essentials everybody disagrees on, then yeah, I get why you split the church. But the reason we have the number of denominations we have is not over essential things. It's over non-essential things, which is just, it's asinine. It's absolutely ridiculous.